Kristin Taylor.
I'm Paul Taylor.
We've been coming to Hope since day one.
Grew up going to a church, but fell away from that rather early when I was about 15 or so. Got heavy into pretty much anything that you could get into, drugs, what have you. I mean, almost going to jail. Came back to the Lord 2004, basically, about a year before I met Kristin.
And I was also raised in the church, never really strayed from it. Thankfully, kind of did my rebellious thing a little bit in college, but nothing too extreme or really worth mentioning. And then right before I met Paul, I stepped down from volunteering in youth ministry that I'd done for about 5 years in junior high ministry. We met online in 2005. On May 25th, 2005, we talked for the first time, went out on a date June 17th, I think, 2005, got engaged in September, and then married November 12th, 2005. 5 months.
Just shake your head. Yes. I concur.
So we got married. Figured everything was going to be fine, right? Because you meet, you get married, you love God, everything's supposed to work out. Not quite so much. I kind of figured he would be, the strong Christian man that would lead me and, take charge in that. And he kind of figured I would come alongside and, really encourage and kind of help, keep each other on track. And neither one of us did that. We really lost touch of that pretty much right away. And so he kind of did his thing. I did my thing. He had friends. I kind of didn't because we ended up moving a lot. And then a lot of it really started to come to a head when we really realized that my mental illness, I guess you'd want to call it, was an actually serious thing. So long story short on that one, I have been on meds for a while for bipolar, and the Lord has really used that to help bring us back together. So as we were going through that journey, we still weren't allowing God to do anything in and through us. We were still married, but we weren't happy. We really weren't good. In 2008, we had our son Cole, who's the most amazing thing in the whole world. But even that, it wasn't God. We were using our son to fill our lives and using our cars or whatever it was, our jobs to really replace that. And then in 2008, we lost everything and ended up having to move back to LA and, needed each other and needed God at that point. So things got good. And then, things started to get better again. So we kind of didn't really need God. And in 2010, in July of 2010, really was kind of a turning point. And on July 5th, 2010, he gave me basically an ultimatum and said, this isn't working, so we need to fix it or you need to leave. And that's it. So I packed up Cole, packed up as much stuff as I could fit in my car, and I left. About
a year prior to us breaking up and leaving each other, I had lost my job back in 2007, and we pretty much lost everything. Our home that we had just purchased, our cars, everything. We had to move back down to the valley because that's where my parents were, so they could watch Cole, and I could stay home pretty much and watch Cole. And Kristin ended up going to work as a teacher again. It was a really rough time, and there was obviously, since we didn't have a foundation already built, it wasn't lastable, I guess is the only way to say it at that point. It was frustrating through most of that time because I was looking for her for my happiness, and I believe she was looking to me for her happiness and kind of self-worth, and so I gave her the ultimatum. Just with some of the things I didn't quite understand about the mental illness and other things like that, it just kind of came to a head one point. I don't even remember exactly what it was, but yeah, it was an ultimatum: either get in line or get out, and she decided to get out.